Hello, this is Dr. Lang, and welcome to this podcast on chronic stress reduction, and in particular, looking at it from a whole person health perspective. And the concept today that we're going to focus on is physical health. The context for this is health of body, mind, and spirit. And today we're looking at, as I said, the physical part of this triangle. And question that I have for you is, how does chemical exposure affect chronic stress in your life, and how does it decrease your ability to deal with stress when you're exposed to bad chemicals? And the story I'm going to tell you is somebody that I saw recently who had been chronically exposed to some chemicals for the last several years, and was starting to develop some neurological symptoms. And one of the things that is surprising to a lot of people, a lot of patients, when I talk to them about this, is that there's a statistical correlation between home gardeners and increased Parkinson's disease. And the reason for that is that for most home gardeners, they use a lot of chemicals to grow their garden. Rather than using an organic approach, they actually use a lot of pesticides and other chemicals to keep the plants healthy and to keep them free of the bugs. And this chemical exposure over and over again is enough to cause the kind of brain damage that later leads to Parkinson's disease. Now, this is a model for the kind of effect that bad chemicals have in our body every day. So, in a sense, bad chemicals, that is, chemicals that are harming us, throw the body off of balance. And when the body is off of balance, it is being stressed. It is under the effect of chronic stress, and it contributes to the perception of chronic stress that we may be having emotionally or even spiritually. For instance, if I am experiencing a lot of pain, for instance, I am under a lot of stress just from that pain, and that makes me much less able to deal with the emotional stresses that are coming my way. I will be less patient with people who are stressing me out emotionally. And chemical exposures have a much more subtle effect. We don't generally feel them unless they're at such levels that we are feeling actually poisoned. But they are affecting us nonetheless, and they contribute to the overall experience of chronic stress. They're part of what our body is having to deal with as we are dealing with the living in chronic stress experience. So getting rid of chemicals that are harmful to us is a big part of stress management. If you want to manage the stress in your life, look around your house. See what kind of foreign chemicals are there that don't need to be there, that are actually poisoning you in a slow motion fashion. And most of the time you're going to discover that you're exposed to dozens, maybe even hundreds of chemicals that are potentially doing you harm. These chemicals may be in your cleaning materials, the soaps that you use, even in the foods that you consume. So my encouragement for you on your journey is, take a look at your environment. See what kind of chemicals you're exposing yourself to, because this is affecting the physical part of your body's ability to deal with stress. And when your body is stressed physically over and over again, it takes a big whack out of the immune system, and that means that it takes a big whack out of the ability to deal with infection and with cancer. So I wish you well on your journey to wellness, and my encouragement is to pursue wellness in a whole person way, that is health of body, mind, and especially health of spirit. I wish you well. God bless, and have a great day.